Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. So today we got some pretty significant update to the immigration system. It's definitely something employers should pay attention to. A lot has changed and it's happening in 2024. There are new requirements, salary thresholds and more. I know it can be a lot to keep up with, but don't worry, I got you covered. Let's dive into the latest immigration update and what these changes means for employees. Oh, make sure to stick around till the end because we got some key takeaways. Increase in immigration safety. First up, let's talk about the immigration health search. Yes, you have been following the news. You know this once is coming. From 6 February 2024, the UK is increasing such charge by 66%. Now, if you are an employer sponsoring skilled workers, this is definitely going to impact your cost. For most skilled workers visa application, the search is now set up to £1,035 per year, which is up from 624 pounds per year. So if you are sponsoring someone in five skilled workers visa, this is going to be an increase from £3,120 to £5,135. It's a big jump, right? Definitely something to plan for if you are budging for an immigration related expense. But wait, before you start panicking about the cost, remember that the search goes towards founding the NHS. So it's not like this money is just disappearing, it's being used for support public health services. Still, for employers, this increase is another cost for factors in which sponsoring workers from abroad react. It's a lot. Removal of the storage occupation list. Next up, we got a huge change with the storage occupation list (SOA). In 2023 December, the government announced it is going to be a scraping to SOA and replacing it with something called Immigration Salaries List. The ISL is going to work a bit differently, and the Immigration Advisory Committee (MAC) recently completed a review on it. So, what does this mean for employers and workers? Well, ISL is setting a generally salary threshold of £30,960 per year, which is a bit higher than the previous threshold under the SOL. The key difference is that no going rate discount will be applicable under the ISL. In other words, employers will have to pay at least the full salary for the position rather than using the discount that was available under the old system. That's a big shift. In terms of the types of roles that are included on the ISL, the list is a bit shorter than the old SOL. There are 23 occupations that made it into the list, including the low role line laboratory technician, bricklayer, and roofless. These positions are now eligible for skilled workers visa under the ISL, but overall, the new list represents just 8% of eligible roles compared to 30% eligible role under the SOL. So yeah, there definitely be the reduction in the number of roles that will qualify for the preferences treatment that was previously eligible. Big salary increase for skilled workers visa. Although now let's talk about one of the most significant change, the salary threshold of skilled work visa. Up until now, if you want to sponsor someone for skilled worker visa, you need to make sure that their salary was at least £26,200 per year or 10.75 pounds per hour or at least equal to the going rate for the specific job. But here's the thing. Starting from 4th April 2024, the general salary threshold is going to be up to £38,700 per year. Yeah, that's it. Employers are going to pay more for the sponsored skilled workers. Now, thing is, the charge is going to have an impact on both new existing and the existing workers. For new skilled worker, the salary will need to be new threshold and going to rate will be based on the 50% of earning data from 2022. The existing skilled workers who know those who already have their visa, the going rate won't change until they change their sponsor, extend their visa or apply for settlement. But it's worth nothing that some salary increases are expected for everyone because 25th percentile going to rate will be still be based on the 2023 rate. I know A lot of employers are wondering about whether these would be a specific province for new entrants, those early in this career, or just entering the workforce. Well, good news. There will be the privilege for new entrants, but their entire requirement salary will increase to 30,960 pounds or 70% of the going rate for the role of after 4th April 2024. So yeah, a bit of
Are
relief for
just
those who
starting
are
out
just
but still
going.
increase.
Oh, and the employees who have worked under the skilled worker category but don't need to review their visa until April 2024, don't worry. There are transit agreements in place. If they
靠的
have been
超近的，
assigned a certificate of
我就想起来那个
sponsorship
吓死
after
人。
April 2024, the general
还可以
threshold
放
of
在摄
them
影
will
机放
be
一本台本，
20,000, 29,000 pounds. So it's a bit
我
of
看这
layoff there.
一天
Scene
天人
changes
啊，你
for visitor
3年前
and family visa. So yeah,
你都
there
没
are a
去吃，
lot
没
of
问成，
going on with the skilled
任何
workers
太阳能
visa.
板啊，
But let's not forget these are also some important changes happening with visitor visa and family visa as well. Starting with visitor visa after 31st January 2024. Employees of overseas company will be allowed to attend remote meetings or work remotely in the UK as part of their overseas employment. However, this cannot be considered a segment of UK company. So this is definitely a good news for employers who might have employees coming to the UK for short period but still not be working remotely. But just remember this is the only certain activity and the remote work shouldn't be the main purpose of the visit. Now, only family visa in case of these employers who are sponsored family member of workers on visa. Here's a header. From 11th April 2024, the minimum income requirement for partners applying for the family visa is going to increase from 18,600 pounds to 29,000 pounds. Now, this is a big jump. But it's still less the original anticipated figure of 38,700 pounds. So it's definitely a bit relief, but still something to keep in mind for anyone sponsoring family members. Global business mobilities, salary changes. Oh, last but not the least, let's talk about global business mobility rules. These rules cover these like senior or specialist worker or the UK expansion work visa for the route the salary threshold is also going up. It's going to increase from 45,800 pounds to 48,500, which is yeah another increase employers will have to account for. It's like going to sponsor workers under these timelines. Final thought. So these have to those are the key updates for UK immigration that employers need to aware of. As you know, and there are a lot of changes happening, and it's going to affect a way of employees sponsoring skills worker, family members, and even visitor. So, what do you need to do? Well, first of all, if your employer is sponsoring workers from overseas, make sure you're prepared for the increased cost, particularly with the higher health surge and salary threshold. And if you're sponsoring any worker under the global business mobility rules or helping employees bring
It's always
family
good
members to
idea
the
to
UK.
stay ahead of these changes so you're not caught off guard.
And hey, if you're not sure about something, totally seek professional advice on how to navigate these updates. And yeah, make sure you are staying up to the top of the changes and you are good to go. Thank you so much for walking with me, guys. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to give the thumbs up. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll catch you in the next.